Hello everybody, this is Caleb Friesen. I'm here to bring you Axes and Acres. I am one of the two creators, and I'm just going to make a little gameplay video for you guys today. So, the core of Axes and Acres is your dice pool and your deck of cards, and the way those interact to allow you to manipulate the board and build buildings. Now, the goal of the first scenario is to build a statue. So, if you look at my 6 dice here, these are my worker dice. Every die has the same faces, but these are the faces that have been rolled on this turn. So this is gather right here, this is work, this is build, and this is reproduce. Those are the 4 faces of the dice, and they're each going to do different things out on the board. These are different cards. These are 3 of a bunch of cards, and at the end of each turn I'm going to draw up to 3 new cards, and I can use these on my dice to do different things. If you look at the board, there's rabbits, trees, and stones. So I need the stone to build my statue. I need the rabbits for food. Every time I deploy a worker, it takes one of my food, and if I run out of food, I'm going to lose. And I need the trees for wood. So at the start of the game, I'm gonna deploy a worker here and a gatherer, and then I'm going to move. And so if you look at the cards here, they have a top effect and a bottom effect. And the bottom effect is the effect you get when you power up the card with dice. So the build card would need a build face to power it up, and the move card can take any die to power up. So since I only have 1 of these reproduce die, and I need 2 of them to reproduce, I'm going to drag this onto the move, and now I can move my workers across the board. That gave me 6 move. It's almost enough to get them both there. I can drag my dice here to get more move. So I can get 2 move now, which is what I'm going to do. Or if I wanted to, I could drag it here and get 1 move that I could use at any time. So I'm going to get 2 now. Move my gatherer to the rabbit. And so now I need to activate these dice. So every time I activate a die, I have to drag another one of my die from my pool or use a card. And so I don't have a work or a gather card, I just have build and reroll. So I'm going to drag this here, and that worked the space, so my worker hunted the rabbit. But now the food is sitting there on the space and I want to grab it, so I'm going to activate the gatherer, and he takes the food. Now I have 7 food. And that's 1 turn, and then I click end turn. And so in 15 of those turns, I need to build a statue. So this turn I have 2 reproduce die, which is nice because I can drag them here to deploy them on my house. And then I'll drag this die to activate them. Click reproduce. And now I need 1 more die to be activated to activate those reproduce die because there's 2 of them. And now I have an extra die in my pool, so now I have 7 dice. And throughout the game I can keep doing that and build up more dice, and that'll allow me to more quickly deal with the resources and hopefully get the stone to build this statue. Now as you can see, my 2 die here are deployed, 2 dice are deployed on the house. And that means I only have 5 left in the pool because those 2 are out there. So these dice in your pool are the workers once you drag them out there, and they are your actions to activate different dice. So I'm going to move my worker out towards this rabbit. And my gatherer, I'm going to send him out there too. And then I'm going to use my work card to work the space. And then I'll use this guy to gather the food. And now I have 9 food, which is good. I can stockpile some food, and that'll allow me to not worry about it for the next little while. I've got 2 reproduce. I'm definitely going to do that again. It's always good to build up your dice. And then I'm going to deploy some builders. I'm going to move them out, and then I'm going to use my build card. And so I can build these 4 buildings right now because I have the resources for them. I don't have enough wood for a quarry and not enough wood or stone for a statue. And then this number on the right, this is the amount of build you need to spend to build the building. So I could start a farm and it would just be half built, but I'm going to build a road right now. And the different buildings do different things, and I guess this is a good time to tell you guys, as the game gets developed, it's going to get more, there's going to be more levels of complexity. This is just the basic scenario, building a statue, but the game is going to have more buildings that you can build that are going to have different and hopefully interesting effects that they'll be able to do. And also there'll be different objectives. So maybe right now I'm just building a statue, but in a longer game, maybe there would be a castle that I have to build, and that could take a lot more wood and stone and build. And yeah, so we're excited to implement those features. The other part of the game that you don't see here, that's going to be a huge part of the game, is improving your pool of workers, your peasants, by promoting them. So right now they're just lowly peasants living in houses, but as the game develops, we're going to be able to promote these dice. So for example, once I build a farm, I'm going to be able to promote a peasant into a farmer, and so the farmer is going to be more likely to work and gather. And right now gather is just one face of 6 on the dice, and so sometimes you want to gather and you can't. And so once we implement the farmer die, if you feel like you want to increase your chances of rolling gather, or maybe you want to work more, you can promote one of your dice to the farmer, and then you'll have that die. And that's just one example. There'll be soldiers, there might be priests, and a bunch of other things that we can think of. Master builders, perhaps. Yeah, so that's going to be sort of just develops on the core mechanics of the game, so you can improve your dice, and you're also going to be able to improve your cards, your motivations here. So you can have better cards that will better activate your different workers as they're played on the board. So I'm going to deploy some builders here, and then use this powered up effect of that card. And yeah, I'm going to send these builders out. What I'm doing right now is I'm trying to build a road all the way to this stone, so I can quickly send my workers there. And I can drag my dice here to activate these. And just building a long road. And roads allow you to move from any space adjacent to a road to any other space adjacent to a road. So I can move all the way from the house here to this space here. And I have this extra die here, so I'm going to use it for my move later. And so now I have one move saved up that I can use in a future turn if I need to. So that's the basics of Axes and Acres. I hope you guys will vote for us on Steam Greenlight. We're really excited to make this game, and we would love for you guys to be able to play it. I'm just going to play this game out, so thanks everybody for watching. And there you have it. I built my statue and I won the game. You can see it rises up there. And that's just the intro scenario. And I hope everybody enjoyed that. I hope I explained well how Axes and Acres work. And we would love to have your vote on Greenlight so we can make this game a reality. Thanks, everybody.